Good evening. I am your Lakshma Reddy sir. In this session, we will discuss about Charles law, Avogadro's law, pressure temperature law, and ideal gas equation. These 4 points will cover in this second class of states of matter. In the previous video, we have observed the measurable properties of gases and Boyle's law. So, what is Charles law? About what we are going to discuss in this Charles law. Charles law is the relation between volume and temperature at constant pressure and mass. Volume directly proportional to absolute temperature at constant pressure and mass. This is the way of remembering. Statement if you want, at constant pressure, the volume of given mass of gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. V proportional to T, or you can say V by T is equal to constant. V by T is equal to constant, or you can say V1 by T1 is equals to V2 by T2. V1 by T1 is equals to V2 by T2. States of matter we are discussing. Charles law, volume directly proportional to absolute temperature. V by T is equal to constant. V1 by T1 is equals to V2 by T2. We'll discuss this in detail. So what is the meaning of this? That means when temperature increases, volume also increases. But how much? For every 1 degree rise in temperature, if you are increasing temperature by 1 degree, then volume increases by 1 by 273 times of its volume at 0 degree Celsius. If you are increasing 1 degree Celsius temperature, 1 by 273 times of its volume at 0 degree Celsius. Let's consider at 0 degree Celsius volume is V0. So what we are saying is it increases by 1 by 273 times of its volume at 0 degree Celsius. So the new volume will be at higher temperatures V0. This is the initial volume plus 1 by 273 of its volume. Okay, now 1 by 273 into V0. So this part is going to be added extra. For every 1 degree rise in temperature, the volume increases by 1 by 273 times of its volume at 0 degree Celsius. If it is decrease in temperature, it will be decreasing. But the factor is 1 by 273. If you are increasing 2 degrees Celsius, 2 by 273. If you are increasing 273 degrees Celsius, 273 by 273. That means almost that. What volume will become double, exactly double. So what other things that you need to remember? First line, graphs. Graphs are very important. See, I am taking here volume versus temperature graph. On y-axis, I am going to take volume. This is volume. This is temperature. So the graph line will be like this. Say this is at P1. Okay, some pressure, constant pressure. At constant pressure, the graph lines are called isobars. This graph line is isobar. Now you see, this is at P2. If you want one more, you take it. This is P3. This is temperature. This temperature here I am taking is 0 degree Celsius. Okay, 0 degree Celsius means 273 Kelvin temperature. And these are the lines which you are taking as imaginary lines. These imaginary lines will be ending at 0 Kelvin. Imaginary, these are imaginary. So 0 Kelvin. And this you can say minus 273 degrees Celsius. Minus 273 degrees Celsius. Now, you see, as the temperature increases, the volume also increasing. Any line you take, P1, P2, P3, any line you take. As the temperature increases, it is also increasing. Fine, clear? Why these imaginary lines are given? The lines are indicating very simple. These are imaginary, not exactly. What we are saying is, before reaching 0 Kelvin only, the volume becomes 0. That means there is no gaseous substance at 0 Kelvin. Before reaching 0 Kelvin only, almost all the gases that turn into either liquids or solids. Okay, now you expect in liquids. Okay, now. So gases will convert into liquids before reaching 0 Kelvin only. So no gas is there. No gas is there at 0 Kelvin temperature. There is no gas. Now again, last time we were discussing in Boyle's law the relation between T1, T2, T3. Now P1, P2, P3. Your common sense, you see. P1 line is above. That means more volume is there. More volume is there means the pressure is less. So here P1 is less, P2, P3. Which logic you are applying? P1 is top. Okay, top line. That means more pressure. More pressure means more volume. More volume is less pressure. Okay. So these lines are called isobars. Normal lines, normal. Okay, this is as you are expecting. Special graphs we will see now. V versus 1 by T if you take. Okay, now volume temperature directly increases. So volume versus 1 by T decreases. Rectangular hyperbola. Otherwise, you can take same graph. T versus 1 by V, same thing. Or 1 by T versus V versus 1 by T, or T versus 1 by V, same graph. That is rectangular hyperbola graphs you are getting. Again, these graph lines are also called isobars. Very same thing, very same. This one, we said V by T is constant. V by T versus V, or V by T versus T. V by T versus V or V by T versus T, the graph line will be a straight line. Straight line means it is constant. V by T is not varying with the volume or not varying with the temperature. So V by T is constant. That's why we are giving a straight line. So these are the graph lines that you can expect. Log V versus log T graph also same. As we are expecting, log V versus log T graph will be like this only. That should increase and that is increasing. So a normal graph you can observe. So these are the important lines of Charles law. Along with Charles law, generally we go with one more law here immediately. That is called pressure temperature law. What pressure temperature law says is, P is directly proportional to temperature at constant mass and volume. The graph lines and the concept, everything is going to be same. P by T is equal to constant. Pressure temperature law is also called Gay-Lussac's law. Gay-Lussac's pressure temperature law. Generally we call pressure temperature law. P by T is equals to constant. Sometimes we say this is Charles law 2. Meaning is same. P is proportional to T. P by T is equal to constant. Or P1 by T1 is equals to P2 by T2. Same graph lines what we were discussing in Charles law. Okay, the same graph lines. But the only difference is the graph lines are called at constant volume. The graph lines are called isochords. Graph similar to Charles law. I am not repeating the same. Graph lines are very similar to Charles law because direct relation it is, and the graph lines are called isochords. P1 by T1 is equals to P2 by T2, or P by T is equal to constant. Pressure temperature law, Gay-Lussac's pressure temperature law you can say, but you remember like this is enough. What type of questions can be asked on this? It's very simple logic. They will ask you, a cylinder is there, a cylinder. The cylinder can hold a pressure of 10 atmosphere. Now room temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. At room temperature, the pressure inside, that is, it can hold 10 atmosphere. It can hold 10 atmosphere. At 25 degrees Celsius, 5 atmosphere pressure is there. So at what temperature the cylinder go for explosion? That means the cylinder will explode at what temperature? This kind of question they will ask you. This is P2, this is P1, this is T1 in Kelvin. Temperature must be in Kelvin chemistry. Okay, now must be Kelvins. So this is in this must be converted to Kelvin, and you are getting the second temperature by applying this one. P1 by T1 is equals to P2 by T2. Cylinder explosion type of questions can be asked based on this pressure temperature law. Next one, very interesting, one more law is there. With this we can conclude first three laws. That is Avogadro's law. What Avogadro's law says is V directly proportional to N at constants, pressure and temperature. Actually, we define in this way. Under similar conditions of pressure and temperature, equal volumes of all gases contain equal number of molecules. Equal number of molecules, nothing but equal number of moles. So equal volumes of all gases contain equal number of molecules under similar conditions of pressure and temperature. So that we are saying here, at constant pressure and temperature, V is directly proportional to N. N is nothing but number of moles. Number of moles, you can calculate number of molecules. Okay, now so same. V by N is equal to constant. V1 by N1 is equals to V2 by N2. At constant pressure and temperature, V by N is equals to constant, or V1 by N1 is equals to V2 by N2, and the law is under similar conditions of pressure and temperature, equal volumes of all gases contain equal number of molecules. Okay. So based on these three laws, we are going to get one expression. The expression is ideal gas equation. What is ideal gas equation? It is PV is equal to nRT. Okay, this expression you need to derive. You can derive in two ways. First one, easiest way, Boyle's law is volume inversely proportional to P. Conditions I am not mentioning here, you consider. Charles law is volume directly proportional to temperature at constant. Avogadro's law is volume directly proportional to number of moles. So what you can say is V is proportional to NT by P, or V is equals to NT by P into one constant I am writing R, or PV is equals to nRT. According to Boyle's law, V proportional to 1 by P. Charles law, V proportional to T. Avogadro's law, V proportional to N. V is proportional to NT by P from all the three laws, or V is equals to NTR by P, or PV is equals to nRT. This is called ideal gas equation. The easiest way we take. But according to your physics teachers, generally we go with this one. A gas is there at P1, V1, T1 conditions. You want to convert this to P2, V2, T2 conditions. First time, what we are doing is, we are keeping the temperature constant. Temperature constant. Pressure you change it from P1 to P2. Volume changes from V1 to somewhere. We are saying Vx. Second step, we are converting the temperature from T1 to T2 and pressure maintained constant. Vx changes to V2. That means this change P1, V1, T1 to P2, V2, T2, we are bringing in two stages, or you say two steps. In the first step, temperature is constant, so you can apply here Boyle's law. In the second case, pressure is constant, so you can apply here Charles law. According to Boyle's law, P1 V1 is equals to P2 V2. In place of V2, I am writing Vx. Or Vx is equals to P1 V1 by P2. Here Charles law I am applying. Charles law is V1 by T1 is equals to V2 by T2. That is Vx. Vx by T1 is equals to V2 by T2. Or you say Vx is equals to V2 T1 by T2. Now you can say both are equal to Vx. So this expression 1 you say, this is expression 2 you say. From 1 and 2 you can write P1 V1 by P2 equal to V2 T1 by T2. We'll make all one terms one side. P1 V1 by T1 equal to P2 V2 by T2. P1 V1 by T1 is equals to P2 V2 by T2. This is called equation of state. P1 V1 by T1 is equals to P2 V2 by T2. This formula we have to use when they say the temperature is increased 4 times, pressure is increased 2 times, what happens to the volume? In all such kind of questions, we need to apply P1 V1 by T1 is equals to P2 V2 by T2. So I am just removing these lines. From this, what you can say? PV by T is equal to constant. But this constant depends on the mass of the gas that you are using. So in order to remove this one mass term, if you want to remove this constant, we are using, now mass means number of moles, and another constant we are using R. So that I am substituting here. In place of that constant, I am going to keep here PV by T is equal to NR, or PV is equals to nRT. PV is equal to nRT is called ideal gas equation. You can derive like this. PV by T is equal to constant, but this constant depends on the mass of the gas. In place of mass, I am writing here number of moles. So constant is equals to number of moles into another constant. That constant is R. What is R? We'll discuss about R values. Ideal gas equation is very simple, very easy. R is PV by NT, because PV is equal to nRT. PV by NT. If you are taking pressure as 1 atma, volume 22.4 liters, and number of moles as 1 mole, temperature is 273 Kelvin, the R value comes as 0.0821 units you see, liter atma per mole per Kelvin. R is equal to 82.1 cc, remaining units are same. R is equal to 8.314 into 10 power 7 egg per mole per Kelvin. In CGS units you can see. R equal to 8.314 joule per mole per Kelvin. R is equals to 1.987, or you say simply 2 calories per mole per Kelvin. So different values of R. This you need to apply in PV is equal to nRT problems. Remember, this value you are going to use in RMS velocity problems. In order to get the RMS velocity in centimeters per second, CGS units are important, so we are using this one. These generally we use in kinetic energy calculations. R values, PV is equal to nRT purpose 0.0821, RMS velocity purpose 8.314 10 to the power of 7, kinetic energy purpose, these two you can use. R is called universal gas constant. Its value is fixed, not going to change for any gas. It is going to be fixed. Okay, so this is about the Chau's law, pressure temperature law, Avogadro's law, and ideal gas equation derivation, R values. If R value is divided by Avogadro number, that is called Boltzmann constant. Okay, now about Boltzmann constant we'll discuss in kinetic energy. This is, and 2-3 numericals I will give you. With that we'll conclude the class. See, what happens to volume? What happens to volume? For all this, the question is common. A, when pressure, temperature both double. You can answer in two ways. One is common sense way, second is formula way. Common sense is, when pressure is doubled, volume becomes half. When temperature is doubled, volume becomes same. So when both are doubled, no change. But you can use P1 V1 by T1 is equals to P2 V2 by T2. P1 1, V1, T1 1, pressure doubled 2, V2, temperature doubled 2. So V1 is equals to V2. That means there is no change. No change in volume. This is the answer. Otherwise, one more question I will give you. You can apply this kind of, for this kind of questions, similar formula. See this one. When pressure halved, temperature 4 times increased. In this kind of case, what happens? The formula is P1 V1 by T1 is equals to, so 1 into V1 by 1. P1 V1 by T1, I am taking 1 1. Pressure half beta. That means pressure is 1 by 2. V2 is V2. Temperature is made 4 times. So V2 is equal to 2 into 4, 8 V1. That means the volume becomes 8 times. Common sense way. When pressure is halved, volume becomes double. Volume 2 times. When temperature 4 times, that means volume is going to become 4 times more. 2 4 is 8 times. You can say like that, or you can simply apply the formula. So thank you. Meet you some other time with the remaining topics of states of matter.